good, people? It's Mac,
It's Don.
and we back with another episode of the Mac and Don Show. Oh, shit, I always do this.
And
Let's get it.
let's get it.
We're here on another beautiful evening. About to get the pod in.
The sun is setting, but the night is young.
Big facts. Shout out to all our. First of all, cheers.
Cheers to my boy. Over the lips, through the gums. Look out, tummy, here it comes.
Delicious. Really good, actually.
The Mac and Don special.
The Mac and Don special, good old whiskey cokes.
Yeah,
So I want to give a shout out to all of our mad friends. We appreciate you if you've been on the pod, if you listen to the pod, if you subscribe to us.
We fucking love you guys.
Support us in any way. If you support the show in any way, we appreciate you.
Fucking love you guys.
And
your family.
Yeah, big facts.
You're the Mac and Don family.
The mad friends. That's y'all are the reason we do this.
Mad family.
And there's just a lot of people out there that have been supporting
sisters,
lately, and we appreciate it.
Brothers.
All that jazz. Fuck.
I think still got a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're still recording.
We're
Okay,
good.
I didn't know what happened.
We're good.
All
Roll
right.
into punches.
Yes. All right, let's get it in. How are you feeling this week, Don?
Are you actually asking me? Or?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. Yeah, man. I'm feeling alive, upright and breathing.
Man, there's worse states to be than alive, you know?
Yeah. Than Colorado, even. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be here. Native to the area, so just thankful to
Come
have
here
a
often?
heartbeat. You know? Yeah. All the time. Only when you're here. How about you, my friend?
Man, I can't complain at all. It's another beautiful day.
I'll complain for you. How about that?
We get to pod.
Yeah. Any day we pod is a good day.
Yeah,
I mean,
big facts.
Isn't that what Ice Cube said?
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Something to that effect.
Right.
Every day above ground to me is a good day.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, death is a preferable alternative, but
I don't know about preferable, but
sometimes
you could always, just not be here.
Yeah. You'd probably just be stardust or something. I mean, we're all stardust.
Yeah, that's really what we're all just like made out of on a molecular, more simplistic level.
Not to get on deep, like 3 minutes in, but what's crazy to me is like how everything is a frequency. So like.
What do you mean by frequency?
So like color, for example, is a type of frequency.
Oh yeah.
And so we only have like so many receptors in our eyes, like a handful. I don't even think it's in the double digits.
For sure.
And species like shrimp have like 23 nodes in their eyes that allow them to see frequencies that the human eye can't perceive. So it makes me wonder, like what kind of colors are out there that we're not seeing? What kind of materials or beings are made of these colors that we can't see?
It's all about
what I mean?
perception,
Yeah, it's all about the frequency entering your eye. You know what I mean?
It's like
the only reason I know you exist is because the light reflects off of you, and light is just a frequency. So because it hits your skin in such a way that my eye can see, and so that allows me to know that you exist. And I think that that's fucking like insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when you take like DMT or a psychedelic, you start to like realize there's like a different world that's like right next to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
like a higher
frequency.
Existence. Yeah. It's just a higher frequency. That's all it is.
Right. But like it's there this whole time. You just had to.
It's just layered. Like it's on top of it.
You just had to like tap into that high frequency in order to, and it like unlocked a whole different world.
You know
of
what
things,
it is?
You know
what it is? It's like those 3D glasses back in the day that have like red and blue. And like if you only look through red, you can see all the red shit. But if you only look through blue, you can see all the blue shit.
For sure.
And it's only when you look through both of them at the same time when you traverse to the 3D plane.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a different plane of existence out there.
Multiple planes of. That's why we call it third dimensional, fourth dimension, because they're dimensions. You know what I mean?
For sure. But isn't there like an infinite amount of like quote unquote dimensions?
That's what's theorized. That's what people think. Part of me feels that way, and part of me doesn't feel that way. I don't know. Like part of me feels like
Right.
part of me feels like I can't even comprehend infinity, and then the other part of me is like every time a butterfly flaps its wings, like it creates an infinite amount of different possibilities.
The butterfly effect type shit.
Right.
That's actually a good ass movie.
It's a fuck it. That's one of those movies that scarred me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Same here. Same here.
Because and you know what else fucked me up is I watched it when I was a kid, and then I watched it later, and the ending was slightly different, and I was like, yo, like am I in a different dimension?
Like a different cut.
Yeah, like I got goosebumps because I was like, this is not the ending. This is not the ending. And then I ended up looking it up, and the director's cut ends up having like a different ending. And I was like, oh my God.
There's like one ending where he kills himself, right?
That's the ending I was familiar with.
What's the other ending?
He lives, like he ends up like figuring out a timeline where everybody can like exist peacefully, I think.
Basically a timeline where he didn't fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's kind of deep. Like, imagine like you are like, you see like other timelines where you don't exist and everybody else is all happy and shit. You're like, oh, I guess I'm the fucked up one here.
He could jump into those kind of, you know what I mean, like, or like manipulate it in a way that it was like that. That's how that ending happened. But also, I like the other ending. Like, it's kind of fucked up because it's like it fucks me up. Like when he kills himself, like as a fetus inside of the womb,
for sure.
And that fucks me up because it's like, you know, like that was the only way he could fix the anomaly of his existence is like he was fucking it up, and so he decided to eliminate himself as a variable altogether.
Right, for sure. I just love movies like that. I always think if I were ever to make a movie, I would want it to be like kind of mind bending and trippy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like not deep, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
makes you think.
Did Nope make you think?
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So we both watched Nope.
Yes.
I watched it like probably about 2 weeks ago.
Right when it dropped, I think. Right, like soon after.
Yeah, soon after. Like, I think it dropped on like a Monday, and I saw it like that like following weekend.
I saw it Sunday. In the theater though.
Yeah, so saw it in the theater, just the regular theater. I didn't go to the RDX. I was going to, but I was like, I don't feel like this is gonna be like an action movie or like anything too crazy. So I was like, I feel like a regular theater would do.
The 4D experience is a little excessive. Like by the end of it, I was rattled by the chairs, like how often they moved. I felt like I got like what's it called? Libido? No. In your ears? Vertigo.
I thought that was when you get up too fast and like shit starts to get all black.
I think that's just an iron deficiency.
No, I think that's vertigo.
Vertigo is when the fluid in your ears can't like dictate what the what balance is, and so you're like got the spins and you're fucking.
Fair enough. Maybe it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I saw it about 2 weeks ago. Don just saw it on Sunday. For reference, today is Thursday.
What's the premise?
So basically, summary of the movie is there's this family and they own a ranch.
Yes.
In California.
Yes.
That
has been passed down from generations.
And they have horses that are used in movies.
Yes, and so their family history includes the first man ever on film. He was a black man who rode a horse.
Right.
And the first motion picture was 12 or 13 images of this African-American man on this horse. And so they're descendants from this very man, and actually, like, I think the ranch was, like, you know,
passed down
from generation to generation. And I'm trying to remember explicitly what the dad was saying to the son because I think it's important. But
like
the
in
context,
the beginning when they were driving.
Yeah. Or like when the dad's on the horse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like talking to him, and he's like, you know, this and that, and he's like, yeah, I know, you know.
So that's kind of the inciting incident is
the rising action.
Yeah. So I guess the inciting incident is one day it starts raining and it's just random things falling from the sky, like.
So I mean,
keys and
raining is a relative term, you know, because it could be raining men. You know,
things start falling from the sky.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's say that
at a high velocity, like not just falling from not that high up, like
right.
Like I think even if you like dropped it from a pretty high height, I don't think it would come down as fast as these things were coming down because like dust was like.
Yeah, it did seem like
it was
they were
spit out.
Okay, you know yeah. Oh, yeah. That's basically exactly what it was doing.
Right, and I didn't you don't realize that.
Yeah, you don't connect the dots until later on.
But long story short, a nickel takes his fucking dad out.
Was it a nickel or was it a key? Oh no, okay, it was a nickel.
The key was stuck in the horse.
Okay, that makes sense. I knew there was a key somewhere.
Yeah.
In this.
And so a nickel fell, a key fell, and
just random other shit, right?
At such a high velocity that it killed his dad, like immediately.
That's kind of it's kind of a weird way to die. Wouldn't you say a nickel?
Oh, you know what we missed?
What's that?
The chimpanzee. Yeah. See, that adds to my confusion. I feel like that was like. I think I have an answer for your confusion.
Well, I'm not really confused.
Right, and it's not necessarily an answer, but context. I feel like I have a connection I made that maybe sheds a little light on it.
Okay, let's finish the summary and then we'll get into our analysis.
Okay. So, prefaces to the movie, there's a situation that happens on a stage that you can't really tell what happens.
It seems like it's a set of like a sitcom.
Yeah, and I almost thought it was a opening card for the Monkey Paw Productions. I thought it was still another title card. You know how they do it. Yeah. I legitimately thought that.
No, you know what? I thought in the movie, I thought it was another commercial. I thought it was like the next commercial for, you know how.
Like a trailer?
A trailer, not a.
I thought that it was just another title card because the title card before that was like on a train or something, and it was like the actual hand.
Yeah, but you know how sometimes they have the title cards in the trailer too? I thought it was like the next trailer.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Movie, yeah. I thought it was a title card for Nope, but I was like, I literally was like, don't even pay attention to that because that doesn't matter. And then because this was a completely it seemed like a different setup. Couple of things I'm confused on, but we can get back into that because we should probably continue where we left off, which is his dad had just passed away like abruptly, and then they do like a job on set of what I can only assume is Hollywood, right?
Right.
In a studio,
right? So
movies.
So their pop ends up dying, and then so he's trying to sell the horses,
right?
And so he's like selling horses, and then they end up trying to rent this horse out to a movie, and
all black horse, I should mention, which is like I felt like imagery.
Is that symbolism?
I think it's
or imagery.
Maybe it's
because there was a black horse and a white horse.
Right. Maybe it's foreshadowing. I don't know. What does it have to do with what's going on though? You know what I mean?
True. So they try and rent this horse out to. They're basically like horse handlers, and so they're handling this horse on the set.
Exactly. That's exactly what they are.
And it's the guy and his sister, played by Keke Palmer
awesome.
and Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's in a lot of dope stuff. But it's those two and their brother and sister. Their pops just died, and they're just kind of trying to make amends and
hold it down at the ranch.
Hold down the family business at the ranch. Yes. Right. So, long story short, the horse starts whiling, and
it gets kind of intense at night one night, and one of the horses is spooked for sure.
Yeah.
Spooked, like saw something.
Right. So the horse starts whiling at this job, and so they take him back, and then they end up trying to sell him to that one dude.
Well,
to the Asian gentleman, right?
Yes.
And then that night, the horses started.
Ghost is a all white horse, and that's the one that was freaking out.
Okay, so they get back, and the all white horse starts freaking out because of
it saw something.
Because it sees something.
Saw something. It was acting weird, very weird, and you could tell the handler was concerned too, because.
Right, for sure.
He can usually get him to calm down, and he came up like real calm, and he's like, "What's going on?" You know what I mean? And
right, this dude to me, it comes off like very stoic.
Yeah, like probably takes a lot from his pops, but also soft spoken.
For sure, know what I mean? Exactly.
I think he's a soft spoken character.
Like he didn't have very many lines. Like a lot of his emotion, and
he didn't
conveyed,
he didn't like it. Like when he was doing the speech originally, the family speech, the sister ended up doing a lot better, and that's what she's there for. That's their dynamic.
And they're like foils of each other because he's very like soft spoken and quiet, and she's like very loud and
outgoing,
charismatic.
Yeah. And so that's the dynamic with the brother and sister, but the brother is just out alone. And what do you say happens next? He see something?
Yeah, they end up figuring out that this cloud has been there every single day for the past 6 months.
They don't find that out till later.
I think
when they review the footage after the cameras have been installed.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened. So
I think they just see something traversing the sky at a very fast rate, just out in the distance, and
right. Okay, yeah. So
that's what troubles him.
He's chasing the horse that got out, and he sees something. Yeah, the horse ghost that gets out, and he sees something in the sky, and then he tells the sister, and the sister's like, "We should film it or get it on camera, and then we can sell it to Oprah or some shit."
Yeah.
So she's trying to get back, and he's just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because they have a pretty deep discussion, and I feel like he eloquently expresses that he saw something he's never seen before. Something he's never seen before, and it was
for sure
probably paranormal.
Right. So they go and get a camera. They go and get a home security setup, but they face it towards the sky. And that's where the Alex character comes in.
Right. He's the douche from the Best Buy knockoff.
Yeah. So, and then what happens after that? They get the camera.
They get it installed. He's kind of inquiring. The guy talks about the change between UFOs and UAPs, unidentified aerial projectiles, something like that. You remember that part?
Yeah.
UAP. It's something like that. I might have just butchered it, but
long story short, they find out that there's some type of alien in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Asian
cloud hasn't been moving.
Yeah, this cloud hasn't been moving, and then this Asian guy finds it out too, and
he's been known though. He's been known for a while, and that's why he comes over and he's like, we got some horses just like that. Because prior to that, I think when Ghost gets out, you could see off in the distance, there was a little bit of a swirling thing and lights, and then it kind of vanishes. You just get a very light glimpse of it. And then after that is when the Chinese guy is we have those. And then she's like, "Where'd you get yours?" And he's like, "Okay." And then, so he does this private show that makes a lot of money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then the private show ends up the alien ends up this thing in the sky ends up I mean, it's never really said it's an alien, but it's just a thing in the sky.
Yeah, you can't see it pretty much. It's
it's kind of like Jaws type shit.
Yeah, they do a really good job. It's excellent. To me, I was very immersed and very fight or flight response when this thing would show up. You know what I mean? I was if aliens were to come down, this is probably what it would look like, and we would probably just be fucked. And just the mortality of it,
for sure.
There was such a emphasis on that. You know what I mean? That was jarring. It was very jarring. A lot of the moments that they get abducted pretty much, but not in a normal sense.
Right. So the people in the show end up getting abducted.
Fucking
So that kind of blows it up on a quote unquote national level, and people are trying to film it.
Right.
And so now they feel a sense of urgency, we got to get this on film and be the first ones, because they need the bag, basically. So they hire this director dude, and they can try and get him to film it, but they need to bait it out type shit.
Right. And he rejects them.
Yeah. But then he ends up coming because he hears something on the news about the abduction or whatever at the Chinese dude's rodeo show.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, basically, long story short, they just the rest of the movie is about them trying to get it on film, and
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's basically it.
Get it on film, get proof of it.
Right.
Like, it just turns into this mad hunt for the evidence of it. You know what I mean?
Basically. Like, exactly.
Yeah. So
that's the summary.
Let's do the
thoughts or
analysis.
Yeah. Questions about the plot.
All
that shit.
The Gordy.
Yeah.
Gordy.
So my thought about Gordy was, I'm not really confused. I get it because basically at the beginning, this monkey that was supposed to be on the TV show massacres the whole cast except this little Asian kid.
Right. It's like a fucking mom and pop, like Family Matters type show.
Mm-hmm. So he literally massacres everybody, and then the Asian kid is the only one left alive, and he like is about to go up to the Asian kid, and then the Asian kid like puts his hand out to him to try and like make friends.
No, it's vice versa. The monkey initiates a fist bump.
The monkey initiates the fist bump.
Yeah, the monkey initiates the fist bump and puts his hand out like that, and then he
goes to fist bump him back, and at that moment he gets shot. The monkey is shot and killed.
Yeah, shot in his face or in the side of his head.
So
after mauling like several adults and a young woman.
Right. So what I got from that is the Asian dude felt like throughout his whole life that he could like tame animals, or he had some type of like connection to wild things or something like that, because the monkey literally went berserk, killed everything else except him, and then like went to go make like amends to him. So in my head, the only purpose of that was to set up the Asian dude to be like, oh, okay, I can tame anything, or I'm the exception to the rule type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the exception to the rule every time. Right. When it comes to animals. So he's like, oh, this is just another animal. I'm just gonna tame it. I'm just gonna basically make a whole bunch of money, like spectating it, and it's just gonna be cool with me no matter what.
Exactly, and that's what the chimpanzee is a metaphor for the aliens, and then he's a metaphor for the hubris and the downfall of man, because it is all just about like in his mind he thought he had tamed the beast after.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's.
But that's also one of my big critiques. I just felt like that's like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but it just feels like that's too simple. Like I got it on the first watch.
No, I don't think it's too simple. I think it's subtle. But I don't think it's subtle. I think it's subtle because my sister Bailey, I watched it with her. She didn't understand what the monkey was about. She didn't understand.
I walked out being like, well, what was that first like thing with the monkey even about? Like that was like barely even like if it's like the how you start off the movie, you're thinking it's like pretty big and significant. I just feel like it was like you said, maybe it was subtle. Maybe to me it was too subtle to have like for it to be a whole beginning scene, you know?
Yeah.
And then what was
I feel like you know how I said I threw it out of my mind immediately, and you also had thought it was a title card. I think it was a red herring. You know what I mean? I think it was to throw you for a loop right before everything else happens. But
just to me, it just has little significance to the whole story. Like if it's gonna be the title card or the intro, it has to be significant or set something bigger up to the story for me.
Right. So I guess it begins and ends with the alien and the monkey. You know what I mean? Because exactly, like the monkey getting shot was like it was at the beginning and at the end. You know what I mean? So everything ties together. You know what I mean? Everything
was at the end.
Everything ties together because like the peak moments of like fear, in my opinion, or like the peak moments of suspense. You know what I mean? Like when the monkey's looking like right before you know it's the Asian kid and the monkey's looking like into the fucking camera. Like it's like it's pretty jarring. Like I was like, damn, that's kind of freaky. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then similar feelings about the alien in the sky, where like the suspense of like it like staring you in the eye, like that bottom like thing just like has its eye on you, or if you make it's a lot about eye contact. You know how like Jordan Peele's
that's
like
exactly
super into eye contact.
That's exactly what it's about. Because remember he he tells the people when they're doing the presentation, don't look the horse in the eye. And then he puts the mirror up to it, and it looks itself in the eye, and that makes it.
It's all about like looking yourself in the eye. It's like Get Out, or Get Out.
And then the thing only sweeps you up if you look at it. If you look right up at it, that's why every time it would come by, he would just not look at it.
Right.
And it's like, and it's the same shit. I was listening to Joe Rogan. It's the same shit with chimps. Like you can literally integrate your not chimps, gorillas. Is you can literally integrate yourself into, like as a human, integrate yourself into like a society of gorillas. And the only rule is with the alpha, just don't look at it in the eye, and you just gotta pass it food and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, consider this. Consider the following. Some people say that the eyes are windows to the soul.
That was pretty deep.
So, considering that, do you think it has something to do with that? Where it's like just like in Get Out, when it's they use the eyes to like
I see what
hypnotize them, and you know what I mean. It's a lot about eye contact and like
the art dealer wanted the dude for his eyes because he was a photographer.
Let's be honest, when you look somebody in the eye, it's very like vulnerable. Like you're looking like straight into them. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was always taught you always look a man in his eye.
That is a common saying, but in some countries it's not like that. You know what I mean? Some countries like true. you could get murdered for doing that. You know what I mean? True. Like I imagine maybe the cartels like that where they're like, don't look me in my eye. You know? So
for sure.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. So that was a big thing. That was a big like reoccurring theme. Another theme I got was like just spectacle. Like with that TMZ dude, he was trying to. Everybody was trying.
That was
the whole
interesting.
thing.
That was interesting.
The whole plot driving of the movie is they're trying to get this thing on camera for their own game.
Now that you mention it, I didn't think about this prior to you saying that. So yeah, it has a huge emphasis on like I even watched it. Like I maybe I would get it on another watch, but like definitely.
And then with the Asian dude, he was trying to put a spectacle on, like to have everybody see it. Like it was
literally
he was
profiting. Like
they were all trying to use this phenomenon, quote unquote, or beast or UFO for their own game.
Greed.
Exactly, and for their own like spectacle.
It's a commentary on greed and a surplus of it. You know what I mean?
And like technology and social media.
You know what? It's funny is like
can't experience everything. You have to get everything on camera. And, shit like that.
It's similar to Don't Look Up in a way. You know what I mean? Where it's like that's exactly what would happen if aliens came down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Exactly what would happen because. People try to take pictures of it. People would, you know what I mean, try to get.
I mean, even today. I mean, even how it is now, like with like UFOs and aliens. Like, I mean, that's literally how it is today. With like NASA saying it's real and shit. Like,
ultimately, it's a commentary on that.
Yeah.
And I liked the way they executed the ending. Spoiler alert, if you haven't guessed already.
I didn't.
The way she was like taking the pictures, and she took the pictures in a similar way to the way the first movie ever had been created was multiple pictures of her ancestors on a horse, and this is like she gets undeniable proof that aliens exist, and it's another monumental
picture
thing.
At the well thing at the
exactly
park,
and so that's her moment. You know what I mean? I kind of wish it was OJ instead. Because he shows up at the end all stoic on the horse.
Well, but you thought he died. Or you thought he got him.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, I don't know. The only satisfactory part to me was, like, the Asian dude thought he could tame the beast, and he knew exactly, like, how to do it, and he really had no idea. And then, OJ, like, learned it. Like,
right.
Kind of learned. I mean, similar to like with horses and stuff. Like
the only thing I would change is to like flip flop, where she was the one who like you thought died but came back, and then OJ was the one, and then he could do it on the horse. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that could actually like, oh my god, that would be satisfying. But I also didn't mind that they did it the way they did because I probably wouldn't have thought of that. So I like things that I wouldn't think about. You know what I mean?
For sure. But yeah, I mean, my biggest issue was kind of just with the plot. Like, to me, it just, I don't know.
Seems too incoherent.
No, it just like seemed like I don't know. It didn't need to be a whole movie or like I don't know. I just feel like maybe it just like
was it too long?
Not that it was too long. I don't know. I feel like it was just like missing something like as far as story wise.
Yeah. Okay, I can see where you're coming from. I was there for more of like what did it for me was the thriller factor. Like I wasn't expecting it to be so jarring.
Maybe I thought it was gonna because of like Get Out and stuff. Maybe I thought it was gonna be more like mind bending.
Yeah, I think it was just more about like like what you think of it as.
I just remember coming out of the theater feeling underwhelmed. I was just like, it was okay.
I've been kind of freaked out. Like I don't know about you, but I've been looking up a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but I look up a lot. Like a surplus because honestly because of the movie.
And to me, the actual like UFO or UAB, whatever you want to call it, it didn't look very like actually like scary.
I just thought it was thrilling.
And it was weird. Like
right.
At the beginning it was like just looked like a regular flying saucer and then it ended up looking like a
cloth
limp or something.
Yeah, like it was able to change the like way it moved and stuff. Like it's actually
what did they end up
I thought that was crazy. You didn't think that was crazy? I thought that was fucking trippy.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I just feel like if you have a movie about aliens, like it's got it, and it was literally just a flying machine. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I think it was a living thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's pretty wild. Like I thought, I don't know. To me, like I feel like that's exactly how it would be, and it would be like just the sheer size of it and how fast it moves, like across the like. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes out of nowhere and, like... Right, but, like, something that size. You know what I mean? Able to move so agilely without sound. Like, that to me was super, like...
Yeah.
It just makes me feel small, and that's the feeling I get in my chest. Yeah. It's just, like...
I don't know. I feel like they built it up like it was supposed to be aliens, but to me, it was just... Like you said, like, to me, it was just like to me, it was just like a flying predator of some sort.
Right, yeah.
Like, it didn't seem... otherworldly, I'll say that.
Fair enough. I thought it was an interesting route because I feel like it would be something similar to that. Like you know what I mean? Like,
fair enough.
I feel like they did their research too.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like they probably did their research and probably gathered a lot of different firsthand
my
accounts.
question is what was going back to the intro with the with the chimp and everything. What was the significance of the shoe too? I feel like
that is a good question because I was going to bring that up earlier.
Explain that or did anything with that either.
Yeah, that one I haven't figured out yet
because it was in like his little museum too.
Yeah, that one and like, what's up with the girl getting her face torn off coming back to the show? You know what I mean? The girl who was disfigured.
Oh,
in the blue dress, she came to the show and her face was covered.
Oh, well, she was a part of the thing too.
The massacre,
right?
Because her face got
fully killed,
right? And so I'm just thinking like what's the symbol? Because that's her shoe.
Oh,
okay. She's the one, and the monkey like bashes her face in. Like at the end.
I mean, maybe that's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just little things that you think are gonna be a bigger deal. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like that maybe there's something we're even missing. You know what I mean? That's what I liked about it. Is like it was very cryptic. I still don't know what the shoe symbolizes, and it was that woman, and she even wore like a similar blue dress when she died, I think. And like, what's the symbolism of the white horse and the black horse? Like, what does that have to do with anything? You know?
Yeah. Well,
I'm confused.
That's true. Maybe
because it has something to do with something.
Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Really get too deep into it, like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that scene in Get Out with the fruit,
that's why I like
the Fruit Loops.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but that's real shit. Like, that's real shit though.
No, Jordan Peele himself was like, yeah, we just threw that in there. Like it didn't really mean
anything. No. Eating cereal that way, they just.
That's what he said.
No.
As I was watching that interview, but
what?
Yeah.
No.
But I do think
that's so. What?
I do think it had good use of foils. Like
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I've never heard that term before.
Oh, it's like when you have one character and you have a different character that like isn't necessarily the opposite, but it's like Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy.
Okay, so they're like a nemesis, but they're also kind of
they like highlight
each other.
No, they like highlight the other's characteristics.
Okay.
By like opposite.
Okay.
By like reflecting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
okay. Like they're opposites.
Basically.
Right.
But like they reflect like with OJ and his sister. I forget her name in the story.
I can't think of her name either.
But with OJ and his sister, he already seems like a quiet dude, but like he even seems even more of a quiet like stand back dude in comparison to his sister because she's so like charismatic and outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
And with what's his name, he's so like you said, he's so Hubers. He's so prideful and he thinks like he knows everything. With the Beast or with the UAB, whatever you want to call it, with OJ, he's the opposite, and it almost like highlights that factor of he took time to learn the Beast and
right.
He literally learned the trick of it, and he went into the eye of the storm and never got him. Whereas the other guy, he thought he knew everything when in reality he knew nothing and got his ass straight up.
Whenever he's in the truck and it's not raining everywhere he is, and he like looks out.
For sure.
Like, nope.
Oh yeah, I like how they did say no.
Yeah. He's like, nope. No. That would be me though. That would be you for sure. Nope.
Okay. In any narrative, a foil is a character who contrasts with another character, typically a character who contrasts with the protagonist in order to better highlight or differentiate certain qualities of the protagonist. A foil to the protagonist may also be the antagonist of the plot.
Okay.
So basically just highlights
it. Just helps the other one like be better in a way. Like they make them
but they could
highlight their characteristics.
But they could highlight bad characteristics too.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
fair enough. Good to know. I'll put that one in the filing cabinet in my noggin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, overall, I mean, now that we're rehashing it, I think it was a better movie than I walked out of the theater thinking it was. My initial thought was this is like a 7.5. But now we're rehashing it. It might be an 8.
Yeah, I would say an 8 too. Because when you told me 7, I was like, that's a little low. I was expecting you to be more like on my level where like I was pretty like jarred by some of the things that had happened, like very much like immersed in it, and honestly it was like I thought it was a spectacle, you know what I mean, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't bad. I just wasn't like wowed. I think I was expecting to be wowed.
Like even though the blood didn't get you, when the people are in the tube didn't get you, and they get like crushed pretty much, and like
I mean, whenever it was pretty dope. I think my expectations were pretty high. I'll just say that.
And like the UFO, like when it would travel, you could like faintly hear everybody screaming, like you could it would just be like traveling, and like you couldn't hear the shit, but you would just hear lots of like just out in the distance.
Yep.
That, and she's just like hiding under the thing, and then all of a sudden like all that shit starts pouring over the house. I was like, oh my god. Like I kind of called it because I was there with Bailey, and I was like, I kept telling her, I was like, this is gonna happen.
Do you think when the dad died and like after like remember when
that was crazy?
But remember like later on in the movie when they were like they pushed out what did he spit out? Like some big shit.
Yeah, the horse.
The horse. Yeah. Do you think that's like the UFO or the Beast or whatever you want to call it? It's it's that version of shitting. It's like getting all the stuff it's not gonna like digest out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it just shits keys and pocket change.
Right. And then
credit cards and I don't know what like. It's a lot of random shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Then what do they send up to it to like choke it?
A balloon. A huge balloon.
Yeah. So
of a man or a boy rather.
yeah. I got you.
That was interesting.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, it's a little bit of symbolism, or not symbolism, but foreshadowing with the other one that was like the head that like they have at car dealers that goes like
right, and they have them like placed everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, like the alien, you mean?
No, how they have them placed everywhere to like track the alien.
Right. But like, down, what's that symbolism of?
It's not symbolism; it's foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing of
because it ends up getting killed by a balloon.
Okay. So it's like a balloon. You know what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying about the movements of the alien. I was like, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Because the alien was kind of very like. The way it went, you know.
Well, after it transformed.
Right, like the way it transforms is crazy too. Like, what do you think about that? Like you think it's like hard machinery, and then it like the green thing, the way it like opens up, and then it
starts to look like a ship.
It looks like a DMT trip.
Yeah, like.
Does it not?
Like the Flying Dutchman or some shit.
Yeah, it looks like a DMT trip to me. Like when it was like doing that shit. And it was like opening up inside itself, and then it was like all this on the outside. I was like,
I mean, yeah, it's definitely some shit you would try. It's definitely some trippy shit.
Yeah, like
sure.
I feel like I could be that would probably be something that would happen in a DMT trip. Like, not to bring that up because DMT, but
for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my analysis to an 8 out of 10. What do you think?
I'd say 8 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
Seal the deal.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, go watch Nope. And
right now,
yeah. As far as Jordan Peele movies, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. I like to see like all these comedians like get into some more serious stuff, like him and Childish Gambino.
We could turn into one of those true crime podcasts, and we could just look up true crime. Did you hear about sadly the sheriff got killed in town by nearby?
In this town?
You didn't hear about that?
Nope.
Yeah, I could show you a picture of the deputy who got shot, man.
What?
Yeah, let me pull it up just out of respect, because
that's crazy. I heard nothing about this.
Yeah, this tweet says, "It is with a heavy heart that we shall share Deputy Andrew Peary has been killed in the line of duty." So right off of Security Boulevard, like a couple streets down from the house, there was a standoff, and like we saw cops over there, but we didn't really know what was going on. But there was an active shooter, and then they were on the lookout for him. They were looking for him, like they had lost
for the cop,
for the active shooter. For the active shooter, and they couldn't find him. And then they found him dead somewhere, I think, if I remember correctly from the. I could pull up the KKTV.
Rest in peace. No disrespect to the dead. But I just have a hard time having a lot of sympathy for police officers. But R.I.P. He didn't deserve to die, obviously.
Yeah, deputy killed in shooting in Widefield. Suspect found dead. And this happened Monday.
That sucks.
Yeah. Pretty wild, huh?
That is pretty wild.
You ready to see something funny?
Oh yeah, you sent that to me.
Did I?
With the Osiris's on. Was that at Garden of Gods?
Yeah. Damn.
Bruce?
What was that, Duke? Pukey Dookie. Gotta love him. Anyway.
What was I gonna say?
We're talking about Nope for a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Hot minute.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Let's get off Nope.
Yeah, let's get off of it.
So I was listening to a Joe Rogan episode with this guy Rick Strassman.
Okay.
And he wrote this book called DMT: The Spirit Molecule.
Okay, I think I saw the clip you're talking about.
Yeah.
Of the guy you're talking about.
I'm about to fix this just real quick. It's just a little quick.
Fixing process. Enjoy this picture of a cat while you wait. I'm just kidding. It's a dog now. And we're back. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Does that look better?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
As long as we're looking pretty.
Okay, back to it. He was saying some crazy shit about
DMT?
Just about psychedelics in general. There was I haven't heard of this, but I guess you can take DMT intravenously. So, injecting it. I guess that's the best way that's the best high or the best way
to do it.
I guess.
In your arm.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I'm like,
I don't know where else you do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, your foot or some other shit.
No.
Okay. But I'm just like, at what point? I'm just like, this seems crazy.
I know.
I'm just like, we're really.
Am I a bitch because I don't like needles, or because I am not doing that.
I just feel like I'm not doing that either. Like, yeah, I don't care how good the trip is.
I just
feel like I'm probably already scared to go into the DMT realm at this point.
And my veins are so fat. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's probably a good thing. You just get it right.
I know. They would just suck up all the DMT. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They would just.
But also
too powerful.
But also
unlock Big D mode.
Yeah, but also they were talking about like, just like Mike Tyson talks about all the time, the toad.
Licking a toad?
No. It's. I guess there's a certain toad in South America that secretes 5-methoxy DMT. It's basically regular DMT with an extra molecule in it, so it's more potent.
Does it secrete it through its skin?
Yeah.
You can lick it.
I mean, you could.
People do that.
I think what they do is they take the toad and rub it on like a stone or something like that, and then let it dry.
Yeah.
And then scrape it off.
Yeah, exactly. That shit's disgusting. Because you know what X-ray means, right?
What's that?
That's like...
Oh, it's like shit.
Yeah, it's like shit. But they do it through their skin, so it's like it's like piss too. So they piss through pores in their skin, and then they rub the piss on a rock, and then the piss dries, and then they smoke the piss of a frog.
I mean, that's what shrooms is from cow patties.
Not all shrooms.
I mean, not all of them. But
yeah,
that's
most commonly. Fair enough.
Most common.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, probably what you see on the market right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Shout out, shroomies.
Oh yeah, they were also saying that in Portland they legalized psychedelics, and they're trying to make
trying to be like Oregon and legalize all drugs.
But they're trying to get basically dispensaries where you can get shrooms and shit.
In packages.
Yeah.
Recreationally.
Yeah, but I'm just like, at what point do we is I don't know. I just feel weird having the government
control it. Yeah. Touch it. Regulate.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah, I'm cool with it with
tax.
Yeah.
Tax again.
But I'm cool with it with weed because I'm just
it's
way more convenient.
Fair enough. And the prices you just can't fucking beat them.
Right. True. You
can't fucking beat them. Shout out Colorado. Shout out Colorado being more progressive. Colorado should just legalize all drugs. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel weird. Imagine
Joe Biden been handing out crack pipes.
But imagine you go to get acid from the dispensary. You don't know what they're putting in that shit. You know what I'm saying? What if they're putting in shit in there to make you have a trip to be obey the government,
make you see aliens?
I mean, fuck seeing aliens. What if they're trying to control us through?
This man said, "Fuck seeing aliens."
Yeah, that's probably what would happen in some regular shit. But I'm just saying, what if they legalize it and then they make you have a trip, and in the trip it's
kill the president, take a gun to the 5th floor of this building and shoot the president.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm
saying, what if it's saying,
I didn't say that either.
Obey every word the president says, or you'll die.
Right, exactly.
What if
same? Didn't I say that? I think I said that.
No, because the other one.
No, I said that for verbatim.
The other one has implications for throwing the government. This one has implications of fascism.
Yeah, agree to disagree. You know. This guy.
I'm just saying.
No. No. Call that one the Mac special. Got that one from Mac.
I got it from Schulte.
Yeah. Zip, zip, zip it.
Zippity boom.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. All right. So, psychedelics. Crazy shit.
Wild.
Are we going to do anytime soon? I'm still kind of a little
Next
scared.
episode of the pod. Just kidding.
I think that would be great content.
Yeah, we're injecting DMT next episode of the pod. Stay tuned.
What if we took a small dose of shrooms?
Okay.
Like
microdose?
Not a microdose.
Would we get demonetized if we did it for scientific purposes?
We wouldn't get demonetized for shit.
Would we get in trouble?
No, they're literally illegal.
Okay.
It's like
I believe you.
It's like us drinking a beer.
Oh, okay.
On the podcast.
Okay. I believe you.
So what if he took us more than a microdose, but less than a trip?
Okay.
Of shrooms.
I mean, if you're open to it, I know how you feel about psychedelics, but I am down.
I just feel like the conversation would be amazing.
We would have to do it 30 to 40 minutes prior, and then start recording right before it started kicking in.
I feel like we should just record through it. Our episodes are usually an hour and a half. So what if we waited 15 or 20 minutes?
That's what I'm saying is okay, fair. 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
20 minutes tops.
Because I feel like it's going to have to be a progression.
Right, exactly.
At the beginning of the episode, we're all right, guys, we took some shrooms. We'll see how it feels. And then 30 minutes in, we're
You're I need to go inside. You pause the shit.
I'll never forget that shit. I would, literally, I found myself in a different world, and I was
I need to go.
I need to get out of here.
Yeah. He's I gotta go. Mac just takes the headphones off, puts them down. He's we're done here. We're done here.
All right, what's next for the Mac and Don show? What am I trying to say? What are we gonna do to level up?
Level up. I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel
questions, comments, or concerns in the comments would be greatly appreciated.
I feel we've got
good or bad.
We've had some solid guests on lately.
Hell yeah.
Been pretty consistent with posting and uploading.
Yeah, I love it.
What else?
We do this for the people. More importantly, the Mad family.
Mad friends, Mad family,
the
for
Mad
sure.
Friends. The Mad community.
Most definitely.
Mad Incorporated.
What if I don't know. I feel like our reels and our shorts are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel
we just gotta keep saying funny stuff. You know what I mean? That's all it's about. Right? Just being comedians. Hey. Piss off.
Getting crazy.
Piss off. Mate.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
My bitch is gay.
Shit is so catchy.
Yeah.
It's stuck in my head for a minute, at least 2 weeks. All right. Back to Mac and Don show. I feel like we got to get bigger guests.
Yeah, I'm totally open to any
we've got
celebrities that would love to,
We've got all the homies on. I feel like we've got to
take it up a notch.
Yeah, take it up a notch. Get some people that not that we don't know, but people that I don't know, have an audience of their own.
Yeah.
How do I say?
Okay. More content creators.
Yeah. Not that I'm against having the homies on. The homies are welcome on.
Of course. Of course. I feel like that's always going to be one of our things that we do is just having the homies
for
on.
sure. Even if
ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Even if you work at the local armor, if you're the homie, come on.
I'm out here mowing the grass.
I'm sure you got some funny stuff to say. But, people that say funny stuff for a living, that'd be cool.
Anybody, realistically.
Yeah. Just anybody. But also other content creators,
Yeah.
Other podcasters and things of that nature.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know anybody that does a podcast besides our friend Josh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, consistently like we do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple others.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know Brennan was doing his sports thing for a while.
Shout out, Brennan.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't really know. Look at the moon right there.
It's a bright one.
'Tis bright.
Yeah, I feel like we always get good moons.
Oh hell yeah, Colorado has the best moons.
What is it? Mercury's in retrograde.
Is that how it gets in the fish?
That's hilarious. But
you're a Cancer.
I've been called that before.
I've been called that before.
Hilarious. But yeah, I feel like there's potential for growth out there. I don't know, although I do know other podcasts. I don't know any other podcasts that are like interviewing like comedians. Local.
Like what kind of podcasts are they?
I know one dude that does like a rap podcast. I know one dude that does.
You know a lot of music artists, isn't that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Isn't that crazy? We know a lot of music artists.
Oh yeah,
shout out
for sure. I know another dude that does a sports podcast, kind of similar to Brendan's, but not about betting.
Right.
And they have a DraftKings sponsorship.
Nice, hell yeah.
Let's see. I mean, obviously Josh.
Right.
I'm trying to think.
I brought up being an aspiring comedian to one of my coworkers today, and he was like, "Well, you got a podcast, so you know what I mean." And I was like, I need an audience. Like, I want to try an audience. Like, I don't care if I bomb. Like, I want to like have some jokes and material to use in front of an audience and like get some laughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
shit,
sure.
I have memorized.
What is it? Wednesday nights?
Yeah.
Just gotta pick a Wednesday and go.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got a handful of things in my belt. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we talked for like a handful of things, and I could come up with a like. This economy, what is the deal?
Right. I feel like we could like brainstorm and like come up with like one fire joke.
Yeah, you could probably help me. You probably could help me, and I could help you if you ever wanted. But like, if we sat down, you know what I mean?
I feel like you'll go on stage and like, not that I'll be your ghostwriter, but like we can like discuss the joke together.
Because I need to know if it's gonna, like, I would like to know if it's gonna get a laugh. You know what I mean?
Right,
like if I can work out the joke at least.
For sure. But like I'll just like help you write the joke and like refine it, and then you just go on stage and tell it.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just gotta pick a Wednesday night and then go.
I'll just put an earpiece in, and Mac will just tell me all the jokes.
Hilarious. But yeah, I feel like there's like a handful of local comedians. I mean, I already like had a fun interview with one. Go watch that if you haven't on the Mac and Don Show.
Yes, sir. Love that.
But like,
nice.
I feel like there's definitely a handful more. Like you said, tons of music artists we could get on. I just feel like guests are the key.
Guests are part of the key, yes, and it also what matters is the integrity of the show. You know what I mean? There's got to be like, it's got to be interesting. It's got to catch their attention, and that's what we try to do. You know what I mean? I feel like that's I feel like we always try to reel them in. You know what I mean? Like the teachers always said, you gotta have a hook in your intro.
Big facts.
You know what I mean?
Also, some Mac and Don merch. I think.
Shout out to that fucking dog.
Going crazy all episode.
Yeah.
But I think some Mac and Don merch would be dope. Like, we could like give it out to new subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, old subscribers.
Yeah.
Mac and Don fam.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
But like, just look at it as like an investment into the brand. Because like, give it to people that subscribe. Give it to people that have already subscribed.
Yeah. Stickers.
It's just like word of mouth is gonna get us farther.
Yeah. Stickers of our heads. That would be dope.
That would be sick.
Like the old logo I had of like both our heads, but like stickers individually.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But getting some dope guests. I feel like that's probably one of our goals.
Yeah.
And then
I'm excited for what the future holds.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're not gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah, we ain't stopping. This train is running. Me and Mac running a train.
Big facts.
Conductors.
Wait. What happened to the Breakfast Club? Are they like the Breakfast Club is coming to the end?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they've been dwindling for a while. You sent me the one with the 14-year-olds?
Yeah.
So y'all be running trains? Yeah, that's totally tied together. That's so funny because that was funny as fuck.
But with the tweet said now that here, let me find it.
That was funny as fuck. Good old Charlemagne. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Isn't that more like a radio show?
I mean, yeah, it is. But they still have like classic interviews.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they just don't put as much effort on it. You know what I mean?
Oh. It's kind of I guess it didn't say anything about it. It just said, quote a reply with some of your favorite The Breakfast Club moments. I gotta play this. I feel like it's been slow. I gotta play this because this is pretty hilarious.
Being never late.
Y'all don't want to be late. Being late messes up the money.
Who gets the chick first? Charlemagne was late to work the other day.
All of us. Behavior. Him. All right.
Y'all run trains? Oh, yeah.
Come on, Charlemagne.
Listen, we're not gonna act like these guys.
Who said who gets the chick, sir? Like right before that.
And
you know?
That's the one right here. He's knocking everything down. This guy right here is knocking everything. Yes, he's knocking everything down.
This guy right here.
God damn it.
Yo, this
Come on, Charlemagne!
This dude is filled with so many funny moments, though. Hilarious. There's so many. I won't go through them, but so many funny moments. I don't know. I guess I'd have to do more research. I think Angelique's just like moving on and doing her own thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's a big shift happening, like with comedy in general and probably podcasts. Like a lot of things are happening and like switching up. I feel like personally.
Yeah, I feel like podcasts. I feel like there's not a lot of independent podcasts out there.
Right.
Do you think? If we ever got big, you would want to sign like a podcast deal with like some type of like media company, like similar to Joe Rogan?
Yes.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be like rocking an independent.
No.
Oh, okay, I got you.
'Cause like, yeah, no. If I was ever offered a deal, like, I mean, I don't think I'd pass it up. Especially if I was able to keep our creative integrity.
Right, for sure.
As long as that's the scenario, then yes. Okay. But if that's not the case, if they try to put us in a box, try to, you know what I mean, try to dictate what we can and can't say, like that's what I'm saying is like there's a movement happening. Like Andrew Schultz is at the front of that, Joe Rogan is at the front of that, of like censorship and like what you can and cannot say. And the benefit of Joe Rogan signing with Spotify is the fact that he can say fucking anything he wants, and the benefit of Andrew.
But I feel like Joe Rogan can only say what he wants because he'll be okay without Spotify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He only has that power because he has the fuck you money. But say he didn't.
But regardless, he still has a contract and like.
But I'm just saying, say he didn't have that fuck you money and
he could thrive on YouTube. Right, yeah. Which is what I would imagine would be our scenario if we were ever offered a deal. Like, I don't imagine it would happen right now.
Right, yeah.
This is assuming that you've amassed enough to
for sure. But I'm just
make that decision.
But I'm just saying, say, like, we're, like, not at Joe Rogan or Andrew Schultz's caliber. Say we're, like, a medium-sized podcast.
Right.
But we're still getting offers from, like, companies to, like, sign on.
If it's Spotify, then yes. But if it's anywhere else, then no. I feel like there's no point. I enjoy doing YouTube, and I wouldn't mind just posting it on YouTube where everybody can access it easily.
Because, I mean, you got YouTube monetization and, like... Ads.
Right.
From, like, ExpressVPN.
Exactly.
Whatnot.
That you can read.
For sure.
Yeah. All podcasts do it.
Right.
Which is the best.
But then that
ideal for us.
But then that podcast deal is like a quote unquote a third source of income. Getting signed to a certain place. Like, cause Joe Rogan's getting money off the Buffalo Church deals and all that, cause all his episodes still have ads.
Right.
And he's getting
but he's not getting YouTube money, right?
He's still getting YouTube money.
Okay.
Because his clips are still posted.
If he's getting YouTube money, then yeah.
And then he's still getting money from Spotify.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if we were like a medium-sized podcast that still had like
100,000, 500,000.
Right. Would we be in the position to, quote unquote, still be as flagrant or say whatever we want?
Yeah. I mean, it's like Andrew.
If we're relying on the bag from Spotify,
isn't that what like Flagrant's doing?
No, but they're an independent podcast. They're not signed to
anyone. Okay. So this is assuming that we say yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying like.
Yeah, I guess
we can't. I'm just saying we can't.
Potentially.
I'm just saying we can't compare our freedom of whatever you want to say to Joe Rogan because he could walk away from Spotify and still have the biggest podcast in the world. Whereas
I guess that would have to be made up in the deal. Like would be
sure.
that would be my ultimatum, pretty much. Like
for sure, I got you.
I'd probably try to stand my ground on that.
Oh yeah,
because I just want to keep our creative integrity. Like we speak on things as we see fit. You know what I mean? It's all feelings, no facts. Straight off the dome.
Hell yeah.
First Amendment, right? You know.
Yeah.
I believe in that shit.
I love it. Well, I don't know, just something to think about. And I'm always like looking at the quote unquote podcast market. It's like, this person signed for that much, this person signed for that much. I'm like, dang, there's like money to be made here.
Everywhere.
For sure.
Yeah. So definitely forefront of our minds here at the Mac and Don Show.
Hell yeah. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah. Go subscribe, support us.
Get that watch time up. We got to start getting our episodes on all streaming platforms because that's what they base the ads off of.
Really?
Yeah. The like ExpressVPN and Manscaped and all that.
Yeah.
That's all based off of like audio only.
I've seen small podcasts get like no VPN.
Right, for sure.
So
for sure.
Definitely in our future if we keep at it. If we just keep going.
Hell yeah.
Don't stop.
I feel like we could get like some type of like obscure, or even like if we got like some type of like local company or something like FH.
I would love that.
Like FH Beer Works or something like that. Like
I would love that. I was just thinking the same fucking thing because they have my favorite beer.
Right. If we just talk to them and be like, hey, we have a podcast and we record every week. Why don't we like at the beginning of every episode read an ad about your beer and then drink your beer throughout the episode, and you guys pay us $20 an episode.
Exactly. I mean, probably not that much. I don't think they would give us that much.
I think they would.
They're too small. They're not big enough. I don't think they would be able to afford it.
I think they would. $20 an episode. That's $100 a month. And I bet they have a marketing budget of way more than that.
Potentially.
I think so.
I bet they would bargain with us on that.
If they're in liquor stores, they have a marketing budget way more than $100 a month. That's a drop in the penny for a corporation.
Fair enough. We just need more followers, a bigger audience.
Yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't be worth it for the amount of followers we have.
Yeah, we just got to keep pushing the Mike and Don Show.
Yep. Merch,
but
stickers, business cards.
Yeah, but I don't think that's very far off, or even like trying to think of something else other than FH Beer Works, but like I don't know. I just feel like I know like tons of people that have like little small businesses and shit. Right. Even if we like targeted them and like, be like, okay, we could do ad read for like $10 an episode. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. That's perfect. Just start out.
I'm trying to think.
And then we move our way up after that.
For sure.
NordVPN, all that other shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think though. I had an example in my mind.
Dude, I feel like even if we could get like one sponsorship, that would just like domino effect into other sponsorships.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Because I feel like we could like spice up an ad read, you know?
Exactly, and we could start doing like all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? A little bit of money goes a long way, especially if we put it straight towards the pod.
Right, for sure.
Straight towards the pod.
Oh yeah.
And if we make a LLC or incorporated out of it, we can put that. We can make that shit tax deductible.
I think we should actually probably do that.
And we can make that shit tax deductible.
For sure.
Be making money. Like real money.
Real hot.